Hey guys, and welcome to a new World of Tanks gameplay video. And yesterday night I have been playing my AMX 50B among many other tanks because there was a one-day free premium giveaway for whatever reason that Wargaming had, but it was nice because I was able to play some tier 10 tanks again without losing too much cash or credits. And so I'm in my 50B on the map Komarin, which I haven't really played that much since it was reintroduced into the game with a new layout. There's some buildings being added on the 1 line and the 0 line, and usually what I've done over a couple times that I've played this map in other tanks, I would go to the middle because I know that in the middle you can really dominate the whole battle and the whole map. But I don't want to be doing that in a 50B because I'm a support tank, and I'm just gonna do my job of a second line support tank. I cannot carry the game on my own. If I'm just gonna do my job, and if the rest of the team doesn't do theirs, then it's not up to me anymore. I'm going slightly aggressive here in the beginning, as I always do with a 50B. I just use that 30 seconds to reload to get a good position to pick off some enemies that might be a bit too aggressive or a bit too brave in the beginning of the game, and there's always those guys on each team. But of course I'm not gonna stay here. I'm just gonna unload maybe 1 or 2 clips and then fall back to a more suitable position for my tank. Also because I don't really know the new layout of this map, together with the new camo values of all the tanks, with the one of the recent updates that camouflage nets don't give a percentage bonus anymore but a number bonus. I'm not sure where I have to be camouflaged and where I can spot and where not. So what I'm gonna do is just play this map like I play any map that has been newly introduced, which is just moving around a lot and discovering, exploring the map and seeing if I can find some good spots. And at the moment I'm realizing we've got nobody in the middle because our E100 there in the middle was AFK, and so I can get spotted from that little island-ish thingy. And I don't want to get side shot while trying to stay safe from the east side, the 0 line there. Those buildings in C0. So I'm just keeping my distance. You can see my mini map. Just determining the spotting range of the enemy tanks and going back south to a position where I know that I can shoot at the enemy tanks without getting spotted myself. And of course, when you're playing a team, sometimes you have to take damage for the team, but in a random battle you're just never certain, especially because I don't use XVM anymore. You're never certain if your teammates are worth taking the damage for. So it's always putting it into the balance of staying alive and doing damage to the enemy team, and you cannot do damage to the enemy team if you're not staying alive. But at the same time, if staying alive is all what's on your mind, then you can just sit back in K0 here on this map and not do any damage at all, which is of course equally or even more a bad idea. So I'm just falling back to this little forest here in the southeast corner, letting or at least hoping that some other tanks on our team will do the spotting and that I can unload my 1600 damage onto the enemy and fall back to a better position and just use that whole fire and maneuver principle that I always play my 50B with. The problem of course is that in a 50B I like to play aggressively or with aggressive tactics, because with an autoloader you can then decide when to attack when you have your 4 shells and when to stop attacking and hold up for a minute when you're reloading, whereas when you're defensive, it's the enemy who decides when to attack and when to hold on, and that just means that you cannot fully utilize your autoloader strength. And so I like to play aggressive, but here in this situation it's not possible because the enemy has map control. They have 2/3 of the map under their control. They have the middle, you have the one line, and right now almost the 0 line under their control. And so I'm just having to improvise and try to manage with what I have, which is this little forest to move around in, to use these bushes and trees to my advantage to not get spotted, or not get spotted at least in a position where I can be shot. And yeah, I'm not a bit rusty. I'm not at 100%, of course. World of Tanks isn't like cycling or swimming. You do unlearn it, especially with every new patch that comes out. There's new tanks, new maps, other old maps get reworked, game mechanics change. You really have to play this regularly to just keep up with all those updates, and at this point I'm not, because I haven't played this game in 4 months. Actually the last video that I posted with my VK45 on Himmelsdorf, that was the first battle I played in over 3 months, easily 3 months. This is only about 2,000 battles later, and you know, I just constantly have to relearn the game every time I start playing it again. And you know, before you ask me to platoon, I haven't come back to World of Tanks. Probably by the time you see this video I've rage quit again, because the player base is not going in the proper direction anyway, and it never will. So basically the only reason I played this game is because I was bored of every other game that I was playing, and I was probably kinda drunk. So, but I did enjoy my 1 day back at World of Tanks, and I'm glad that I've had a few more decent battles to show you guys. See that bad chat there who was calling me useless. Tracked him, did some damage. No, you know, I was just trying to protect our RT. Of course you cannot protect the RT from standing next to the RT, but also I'm not gonna take shots for a reloading batch at 155-58, so I'm just doing what I can. There's little tactics or ideas behind it. I'm just doing what damage I can. Yeah, the game was lost 10 minutes ago. I mean, it's, well, the game wasn't started 10 minutes ago. I mean, like 5 minutes ago. You could see the game was lost because the enemy had map control, had all the good positions. We were just depending on the enemy to make major mistakes, which they didn't. So here I'm just you know, maneuvering around that E100, trying to avoid these shots and reload and get some more damage in, but you know, of course it's all in vain. But it was a nice battle actually. I had quite a few nice battles. I'm gonna upload a few more videos after this one from that same evening. How much damage did I do? 5 point something K damage. Good amount of XP. Not important. Anyway, you know, it's the same old shit. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully not 6 months from now, but maybe sooner. So yeah, see you around.